Welcome to Meet the Press Now. Happy Good Friday to those celebrating. I'm Chuck Todd reporting in Washington. It is sad to say, but the unprecedented party line votes to expel 2 Democratic lawmakers from the Tennessee House of Representatives is a near perfect distillation of the current state of American politics. Polarization, pugilism, political theater, and yes, an undercurrent of racism. Vice President Kamala Harris changed her schedule and is currently on her way to Nashville to meet with Tennessee state legislators. After late yesterday, while protesters shouted from the gallery, the Republican supermajority in the Tennessee State House voted to remove 2 young black Democrats, Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, for violating rules of decorum. They, along with a 3rd Democrat, Gloria Johnson, led a gun reform protest on the House floor itself last week. It was in violation of House rules. They were immediately punished by being stripped of their committee assignments, by the way, so there was an initial punishment. All of this was just days after a mass shooting at a Nashville private school that killed 6. Johnson, who is white, survived her vote. And after the vote to remove her failed, an emotional Johnson hugged Jones, who had already been expelled, and spoke directly to the dynamics, or likely dynamics, behind her survival.
I just don't, other than me being a white lady, I don't know what else it was.
But we're not divided, we're still 3.
We are still 3. Tennessee 3.
The Tennessee Black Caucus called Jones's and Pearson's removal a, quote, miscarriage of justice.
This is the greatest miscarriage of justice on this floor since African-American members were first seated after Reconstruction and then after in the Jim Crow era.
There is no accountability in this legislature. They are time and time again attacking our cities. Representative Jones and Representative Pearson just so happen to represent the 2 most diverse cities in Tennessee, Nashville and Memphis.
The Congressional Black Caucus also condemned the expulsions. In a statement, President Biden called the expulsions shocking, undemocratic, and without precedent. Sadly, though, if you follow politics, you know a clash like this seems like it was inevitable, because it isn't just that we are deeply divided. It's also compromised the ability to have serious debate, and it's largely been replaced by political theater because sometimes the system won't even allow for serious debate. In many places, especially in the South, the districts are so gerrymandered that politicians only need to speak to their base. Just look at these numbers. In Tennessee, Trump won the state, which is 60% of the vote. Now, it's significant. It means it's a red state. But do you realize Republicans make up 75% of the state house? So Republicans are over-indexed in the state house. And by the way, half of those Republicans didn't even face an opponent of any stripe. Not an independent, not a Democrat, not any. And by the way, only 4 faced an opponent where they were held under 60% of the vote. So they're not competitive. It's a similar story in some neighboring states. Missouri, Trump won 56% of the vote. GOP makes up 68% of the state house. It's a bigger percentage of those Republicans, 57%, ran unopposed. No competition at all. Arkansas, Trump won 62% of the vote. It's a whopping 82% of the state house that is Republican. Of course, partisan gerrymandering is a problem all across the country. Some of the bluest states also have even more shocking disparities. Democrats make up an even larger percent of the state house when compared with their share of the statewide vote in California, in Massachusetts, and in Hawaii. And the political careers of Jones and Pearson, of course, are not over. In many ways, the Tennessee Republicans in the House probably just created 2 longtime political activists that will be in Tennessee politics for a very long time. Both of them could end up representing the same seat again. They may get reappointed back to their positions. It's a unique dynamic that Tennessee has when it comes to special elections. But the dynamics that led to this moment are still there. They're there in Tennessee, and they're there across the country. And we've even seen them in Congress. Whether it's Ilhan Omar or Marjorie Taylor Greene, none of this is going away.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.